How's it going, PD team? I've got a critically overlooked feature that I'm going to share with you today. This technique allows us to merge two independent, pre-made, complex materials into one without having to do complex tasks or workarounds to get them to work. This tutorial will be quick and easy and is great for beginners without extensive shader knowledge, or you simply use pre-made materials for work. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to help us out and boost the algorithm. With that being said, let's dive in. So for this tutorial, I'll be using two preset materials that are actually kind of complicated to build out, and they're found inside the asset browser. The first one's called galvanized metal, and the other one can be found further down in the metal section called metal rust. And you can see how they're stacked, where I have the base as the metal galvanized, and then the rust channel is showing through the convex parts of the geometry. Now there's two ways we can apply this material. We can either stack them together in a separate material, or I can use this one as the base, the galvanized as the base, and then layer in and bring in this rusted material inside. Either way works. I'm going to show you how to bring this rusted material inside of it, but I'll also show you how to link the two together in a separate material. With that being said, let's see how it works. Okay, so as you can see, this galvanized metal is a material-based shader where we're using images to build up the look. And then if we look at the rusted material, it's more procedural. It's using noises and things like that. So getting these to like merge together, you could copy and paste this material into this one, but why go through that process? It just gets clumsy and messy, and you end up dealing with a big material in itself. So what we can do is we can take in and move our output out, drag in our material tab. We have a thing called material blender. I'm going to drag that out, drag our base, which is the galvanized metal, into the base, bring this in. And then what we can do is we can drag this down and add into our layer 1 blender material here. We can double click and we can search for ref and bring in this feature called, it's under the utility section called reference. And what this allows us to do is if we plug it in, is with it selected, we have a material that we can drop in. So I can just quickly drag this into this slot here and it will work. So if I bring this up to white, so it's fully visible, and go to my viewport here and turn on IPR, you'll see that we have the rust visible. Let me drag it on here. So there's our rust. So I can go back here and blend this to like 50%. And now you can see the metals coming through. And if I go back here and bring this down to black, which is just our mask, we have the galvanized metal. Now, what we can do is we can add into this blend color a mask. So I'm just going to do a curvature, drag it in, and I'm going to set my contrast to 3 and bring this down something like 0.02, 0.12. And now if we go back here, you can see we have the two interacting with each other. Now, this doesn't look that great. If you want to learn more about the curvature node and how you can really get it to look good, check out my video that I did. It's one of my first videos. I'll link it in the description below. Now, there's another way we can link these. So I'm going to go back here and just link this output, and I'm going to copy these, delete. So we're back to how we were. What we can do is we can make a new material. I can delete this original standard material, paste my blender material, drag it in, and then I can do two refs. So I can take this and drag in my reference, and this one here has my rusted material, and I'll drag this in here like so. And this way is cleaner, but you do get one extra material. So this could be your like master material for both of these here. This way is much cleaner to work. So if you need to change anything in your rusted material, you just go in here and make your adjustments. And then you can see we have a much simpler interface to work with. And you could stack up multiple references in this, so you can add more of these layers in to get really complex materials with using the presets that are provided that are nicely built out for Redshift that Maxon built out. These shaders are fantastic. Some of them do use Substance, and so this also makes it much easier to work with complex Substance materials. That's it. I hope you found this useful. Thanks so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more content. Thanks for your support.